You got it correct. I'm applauding myself. Email Melson. Fine. Nicholas Frank, what's up? Thank you for being here. I'm politely asking. For the like. Sometimes in textual form, things are misunderstood, and often they could come out a lot more cold and sterile and stuff like that. But I mean it with the best of intentions. If you could make sure that you got a good internet connection and click that thumbs up. Look it's strange. It's a strange thing. Strange things are happening in the UFC. If you pay any kind of attention to Jorge Masvidal's Twitter, then you would think that this fool is very anti-handout, if you know what I mean. You would think that he's against that kind of thing, but strangely, he's asking for a handout. He's straight up, blatantly, unapologetically, unashamedly asking for a handout right now. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think we could leave it up to that Dana White power, because that fool got spoiled. The way that Masvidal is acting right now, he's acting like a spoiled little brat. I know what you're thinking. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it right now. I'm too early in on the video. I'm not gonna say it right now. It's not important. It's not worth it to me. I'm gonna change gears. Masvidal's a spoiled little brat, and he's been conditioned by the UFC and by Dana White power to do so. You know why? Because Dana White has conditioned his fighters, anyone having anything to do with the company, Disney Plus, the consumers, the viewers, the fans. He has conditioned people to disrespect the rankings, to disrespect all of the blood, sweat, and tears and hard work that's gone into the training and everything else they do. He's conditioned the people to just look at names, to look at drama, to look at the papas, and just want to see the conflict. We look at the UFC purely for like entertainment now. Who's got the big names? Just like when you watch WWF back in the day, and you got this fool that has like 400 losses, but you don't care, because when he's in the ring, he's dynamic and he's energetic and he's entertaining and he knows how to work the mic and cut a promo and all that. It's all about the drama, and that's what the UFC has turned into. It's turned into a freak show. Am I speaking a little bit hypocritically right now? Yes. Why? Because I'm speaking out against Dana White power, but I also love the freak show, and you know that. Jake Paul power, hashtag Jake Paul. I'm always talking about, I want to see that full fight Oprah Winfrey. I want to see that full fight Joel Osteen. I'm here for it. I like the freak show, but I don't like, and I don't promote that Dana White power. Boss Squeeze, GM, going to the gas station. You want anything? Man, I just finished my last bag of hot Cheetos, if you see any. I know sometimes they're getting a little bit more difficult to come up on, but I could go for some hot Cheetos right now. He's talking. I told you last time I streamed, he's talking about the 3-piece and the soda, the 3-piece and the soda. Leon's gonna give that fool the fish and chips. He's not tripping over a 3-piece and a soda. That's like a Happy Meal to Leon Edwards. That's like chump change. He's above that right now. All of a sudden, Masvidal found out who Leon Edwards is. All of a sudden, he knows his name. He knows how to pronounce it. He knows it exists. Keep his name out your mouth, homie. It's too late. You're so 2000 and late. My leg, Usman getting KO'd felt like a supervillain died. For real. I know Joe Rogan says it like every other event, but he shook the world. He shook the world. He shook that fool's head. He shook Usman's dome. And consequently, it went on to shake the world, because that fool's got a big oversized, somewhat comical dome. But Masvidal is asking for a handout. He didn't know who that fool was before, according to him. He disrespected him. He just kept castling on him. He wanted to go over that fool's head. He wanted to make that money. And now he's still trying to make the money. I mean, if you look at who Masvidal should be fighting right now, I mean, let's talk about, Stephen Thompson. You want another run at Stephen Thompson? He's probably not going to go below himself right now. The way he looks at himself, the self-perception that he has, the name that he had for like 6 months, like that 6-month window, because he knocked out Darren Till, who was always more of Instagrammer than a fighter, if we're being honest. He knocked out Ben Askren. And yes, I know it sounds like a casual thing to say, but it was a fluke. It was a fluke. No. I want to word it differently. Because even I don't know if I completely agree with the way I worded it. What I will say, which I said in the last stream, is if it were to have gotten past that 5 seconds, Ben Askren would have hugged him to death. And I say that because I'm not a Ben Askren fan. I'm not saying that he would have knocked him out and submitted. I'm just saying he would have hugged him to death. And if Masvidal, instead of saying it was a fluke, I'll say this. If he hadn't got the knee when he got it, that fool would have got hugged to death. And then when he beat Nate Diaz and he didn't actually win that fight, but the doctor won that fight because he robbed all of us from that experience. And Nate Diaz has been much more beat up in other fights. And we've seen other fighters even more beat up than that. But all of a sudden, how come they stopped the fight when they did? If we look at where Masvidal stands right now, we should be feeding them people like Vicente Luque. We should be feeding that fool like Rachmanov, Marco Chiesa. I mean, that's where he's at right now. If he wants to go one above him, he's going to fight Sean Brady. And that is what you call the final nail in the coffin. Sean Brady is the uncrowned champ. Sean Brady is uncrowned champ. And I know what you're thinking. Who is that? How dare you? Usman's going to come right back. Bilal Muhammad's coming up. We still got Jeff Neal. That fool could stay out of jail. People are disrespecting Sean Brady. I'm the one that always calls it way months ahead of time. That fool's the uncrowned champ. He's coming up. Alexis Gonzalez, Jorge has zero grappling defense. That's why I'm saying, I'm not saying that other fools, I'm not like necessarily championing these other fools and saying they're going to KO him and destroy. I'm just saying don't hug him to death because he has no simple defense against that. He has nothing that he could do. And he's just trying to come in. He's like a thief right now. He's just a creature of opportunity, just trying to swoop in because Usman's gone. Lost to, how did he do it? He lost to Usman, who's the other one that he lost to? He lost to Usman. I don't think necessarily in that order. Lost to Covington, man. Usman, Covington. All of a sudden, he wants to come back in the conversation with Leon just because that fool's got the strap. And Usman's talking about like, I feel such a weight lifted. Everything's better for everybody, huh? Now, Masvidal wants to come in. Leon's happy. He's got the title. Usman's like, I feel such a weight lifted. And you know what that weight is? It's the title. It's the strap. The weight of the strap got lifted off you. That's what it is. It's not this meditational relief of no, fool. It's the strap. It's that championship strap that got lifted off you because you got knocked out, because you thought you were going to be coasting. And everybody's seen it now. Everybody's seen Leon planning that 5-round rope-a-dope. It wasn't a Hail Mary, whatever you want to call it. There was a footage that came out. I saw a bunch of different outlets posting it. How you can actually hear Leon's corner timing and telling him now's the time for that kick. And there was more footage released of them actually training it in the gym. Like this was premeditated. This was premeditated. If Usman would have died that night, there will be charges filed right now because this was clearly documented as premeditated. Leon's been planning this, drilling this. It was no mistake. All the Usman people, he was defeating them round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. The whole round 5, it was lucky. Fools leaving me comments. Hey, stop playing, Grandmaster. You know he was winning the whole fight. That's like the people that were saying that Conor was winning rounds against Mayweather, as if Mayweather wasn't playing with his food, as if he wasn't carrying that food to cover the spread, as if he wasn't just trying to prove a point. Knock on that fool. It's the same type of people. You're playing right now. 5-round rope-a-dope, 5-round playing possum. Imagine being in there with Usman, this dominant champion that would I'll just say beat most people. I won't say knock him out because he'll hug most people to death. But let's this dominant champion that's gonna beat all these people, whatever fight winning streak, to go in there with the courage and the confidence and the composure. That's the triple C right there. The triple C that Leon Edwards brought into the fight that night. The confidence, I already forgot the second one. And the composure. What did I say? The confidence, the courage, the confidence. I forgot the second one. And the composure. And to be able to hang in there for all 5 rounds. and just wait it out. The level of disrespect, people calling that a Hail Mary. Bringing that Mariology into my chat. Tyrone will! Tyrone will show up. Tyrone will come through. Tyrone, are you hiring? Are you hiring? Send me the Indeed link. All of a sudden, Grandmaster, you're asking just like my dad by trying to make up for too much lost time by coming around a lot and overcompensating with daily streams and candy. You already missed my quince, your quince. But I'm glad you're back to make sense of the welterweight division. Tyrone will come through repeatedly. Tyrone will make my night. Thank you, Tyrone will. I was going to say all of a sudden, but it's not like Tyrone will be consistent. Tyrone will stays keeping me going like if I was PBS. I appreciate you, Tyrone will. I appreciate you very much. I am blatantly trying to compensate, and I have no other way to express myself because of the indiscretions that I have laid a trail of behind me, and I'm very sorry. And I'm gonna try to show you with my sense of the welterweight division. Thank you very much, Tyrone will. Alexis Gonzalez, he'll stomp your toes and hug you for 25 minutes. And that's what he's thinking. That fool has self-deceived himself into thinking that he's going to show up in the rematch and do that. As if Leon Edwards didn't conscientiously play with them for 5. I think some people aren't able to wrap their heads around that. Because you can go back and forth and slug it out and rock 'em, sock 'em, and grapple and all that. And then right at the last second in the 5th round, that you finally wear out the other guy. But that's not what Leon Edwards did. That fool was playing the part. That fool was in there acting. That fool put on the performance of a lifetime. This has layers right here. That's not just something anybody could do. He wasn't fighting back and looking dominant. And it was I slap you, you slap me, tit for tat. But it wasn't like that. That fool, to play possum for that long is dangerous. And it takes a lot of skill and a lot of talent. Dr. Kablamo, Gilbert versus Jorge would have been so cool. The problem with Masvidal is he got that syndrome. He got that spoiled brat syndrome because of the Dana White power, because of Dana White catering to just the big, dramatic, entertaining, money, and name fights. Nothing to do with the rankings. And I know that fool likes to act like he's not the one that makes the fights, but does he think we're stupid or what? There's a lot of people that Jorge should fight, but he won't fight because he got spoiled. Alexander Sass, where's the MMA guru? I heard he's looking for beef. Me and the MMA guru are on that vegetarian diet because everything's squashed. Everything now there wasn't even nothing to squash. It's all good. It's all good. It's kind of like ecumenical and everything. You know, it's like that hashtag beanie gang. I know some people hear that they think gray beanie, they think black beanie. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All the beanies matter. It's just the hashtag beanie gang, ecumenics and everything. I appreciate you, Alexander Sass. Shield of Faith. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you being here and helping me out. Do. Jim, why so many fighters disrespect DC like they forgot he's one of the ghosts of ghosts? It's driving me crazy. I'm telling you. I'm reading all the things today. I'm reading all the articles and the tweets and stuff. I'm telling you, it's got me discombobulated. It tickles my taters. I'm reading these things and I'm scrolling. It's like the disrespect is unforgivable. I don't even understand. I don't know if it's because they think like he's retired. He's like the old dad now. Like he's not going to do anything. He's out the game. It's like, you think the Lions still don't know how to bite or what? You don't think he's going to take a swipe at you if you come at him the wrong way? You think if you don't move a little bit too fast, he's still going to know how to pounce? It doesn't work like that, fool. It's not like he's checked out. He turned in his key card and it's like, I can't do nothing. Like that fool still knows how to get down. I don't know what these people are thinking. I don't know if they're trying to get clout. They're trying to look hard because they think like, well, he's a suit now. Disney's going to like fire him or something like that if he gets out. I don't know what it is, but fools are disrespecting. And then everyone likes to bring up the thing, oh, well, you didn't beat John Jones. You didn't really beat John Jones. John Jones defeated himself. DC didn't need to touch John Jones. He didn't need to hit that fool. He didn't need to kick that fool. John Jones in the corner slapping himself up. That fool defeated himself. He's out of the question. He's a self-defeating individual. Tony Tiger 3003. GM, this is $105 I have sent to you in the guise of hating on Khabib and Bobby Brown Ali. Has it taken hold? How much more to sink in? Well, I'm not a greedy individual, but I'll tell you, I still don't feel like it's been getting through to me at all. So like, we might need to take some more time going back and forth, and just like, I want to make sure I fully understand what you're saying, you know, because I want to be respectful to your time and everything. But I also appreciate you very much, and your long suffering and contributing to my streams here. But Bobby Brown Ali, I do believe that is hilarious. I believe that is hilarious. And I've actually gone back and forth with Ali before. And you already know I don't like to drop names and everything, but it's kind of hard for me to hate on that fool, because the moment contact is made and like we're like on good terms, then I feel kind of bad. That's why I don't really like talking to people that I talk about, because then it feels weird when I try to clown on them later. And then they're like, all of a sudden, fool, I thought we were cool. I thought you liked my one video. And I was like, yeah, but you know, life is bigger than one video. And it just gets weird. It gets weird. JS, talk about Platinum Mike Perry, Michael Venom Page. Man, I got nothing to say about that. Man, the only thing I got to say about Mike Perry right now is he came on that podcast with I got something stuck in my. He came on that podcast with Theo Vaughn. And I've been like really eager to see it, but I've just been too busy and I haven't watched it. That's like the only news I got about Mike Perry right now. I saw some clips and it looked hilarious. And Theo Vaughn actually socked him in the stomach. And then I paused it because I didn't know if it was going to get crazy after that. And I wanted to be surprised later when I actually have time to watch the whole thing. And Michael Venom Page, I don't know. Like, I just never really followed that fool. I know he's like a staple in the community and everything. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but I just never really spent a lot of time like following that fool. But I know that he retired, and I know that he spent some time fighting for other promotions that actually pay him well. So I hope that he saved up a lot of that money and that he'll have a comfortable retirement. Charles Finley just joined the YouTube membership. Get on that community tab so you can see some extra behind the scenes stuff that the community has access to. Look it, I just want to come on here and tell you, Masvidal is tripping. All right, I didn't come on here to do a 4-hour stream. I just wanted to let you know that Masvidal is asking for handouts. It's ironic because, like I said, if you see that full social media presence, you would think he's very anti-handout. So all of a sudden, I think he's being a little bit hypocritical, you know, coming around and all of a sudden knowing who Leon Edwards is, knowing how to pronounce his name, showing him some respect, giving him the attention that he deserved all along, trying to pick fights with DC, who he knows isn't going to fight him, trying to look hard and start drama. He's pulling the Conor McGregor card. Who's going to start calling Jake Gyllenhaal, trying to get a supporting role in Roadhouse next. I'm going to see that on my Twitter trending tomorrow. Masvidal won't stop texting Jake Gyllenhaal asking for the supporting role. Ulysses Figueroa, should Mike Perry replace Usman in Black Panther? Yes, they should edit that fool out. Because his legacy has been tarnished. However, for some reason, it seems like Mike Perry's cannot be. It seems impossible. Sambonia was Edwards' key to victory over Usman 2. I don't know what flag that is. It's so small. I can't tell what flag that is. Was Edwards' key to victory over Usman 2? That fool, as long as he remains elusive in strategy, that's it. Because Usman tends to be very he seems to be a very one-track minded individual. and he could dominate and he could go forward and he could do this if he is in the dominant position and he is not facing adversity and he is doing well. I've said it too many times. Every time something goes wrong, he loses his composure. He gets a little bit emotional. He gets a little bit sloppy. It throws him off. Okay, and then he's hugging. He's playing that hugging to death strategy. They start breaking out. They start getting him off the cage. They start taking him down. He falls apart. He gets sloppy. He loses composure. Doesn't know what to do. All right, he gets him on the ground. He finds a position he likes. They slip out of it. They start doing stuff offensively and making him feel uncomfortable. He starts to get sloppy, loses composure. He's like a guy like, okay, he's like that fool that when he's doing stuff to the uke, as long as they comply and they just stand there and they're like, oh, then everything's cool and he looks good going through his Kajukembo and stuff like that. But the moment the fool fights back, it's like it's over. So what Leon Edwards needs to do is not, and when I say elusive, I don't mean come and do the 5-round rope-a-dope all over again. I mean just be elusive, just be vague, just be unclear, and whatever your strategy is to keep that fool on his toes and keep him off your toes, because we already know how that fool likes to get down. All you got to do is not let him get a read on you. If you keep that fool guessing, which he's not good at, you're gonna find the way to victory. That's all he needs to do. Don't be just don't be redundant and don't be predictable. That's it. That's all the time I got today. I just wanted to come on and talk about Masvidal, and it's ridiculous. And I haven't, to be honest, besides Makikawa, I haven't seen a single person that's championing this idea. I think it's ridiculous. I think that fool knows that he's on his way out. I think he's trying to get that last and final money grab before he goes full-time on Twitch. I don't see another thing coming up on the horizon that he could possibly get besides this, which is ridiculous to say anyway, because he shouldn't even get the Edwards fight. But again, I don't think any of us will be surprised if Dana White gives it to him anyway, because of this community that Dana White has fostered that doesn't care about rankings, doesn't care about the work put in, doesn't care about the fighters themselves, but just about the money and the entertainment factor. Sam McClain, would you rather take a hard groin shot or get oil checked for 5 seconds? Groin shot all day, never again. That's all I'm gonna say, never again. I want to thank everybody for being here. If you haven't seen my last couple videos, just wrapping up the thing with Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards, go scope them out. I've been a little bit more consistent lately because I decided that I'm not an editor anymore, and maybe I will be again in the future. But for now, I'm either going to come on and have a good time and just talk about what's going on, or I'm just going to be watching reruns of Everybody Loves Raymond and not doing anything. So I opted for this for now, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some time with me. Don't forget to like the video. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Masvidal trying to get his handout. Let me know if you agree with him, and let me know why, and let me know what's wrong with you. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for hold up. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Lay. Dun, 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 dun.